Hi there, I'm Mike from the Academy team, and I'm here at Canon today with Dave, and he has a brand new camera to show me.
Yeah, so this is the 1D X Mark II, which is a replacement for our 1DX that we have in our lineup at the moment. So this is sitting right at the top of our lineup, and it is really designed for your professional photographer who does sports, action, or photojournalism.
Fantastic. Right, let's have the key specs. What's new? What's different?
Well, this runs faster now, so we now got 14 frames a second with autofocus, or 16 frames a second if you're just using live view. So it's significantly faster than the original 1DX.
Okay. So what can you tell me about the new video mode?
So it has 4K capability. It will actually shoot at 60 frames a second, which is pretty impressive for a product of this type. And it will do 60 frames a second for 29 minutes and 59 seconds as well.
Okay, and I believe it's got a brand new autofocus system as well.
Yeah, the autofocus system, it's the top line specification you think is exactly the same as the original 1DX, but what's different about it is that the camera will work a lot better with f8 lenses, so if you're using a long lens with a 2x converter, something like that, you now have all AF points, and 21 of those are cross type, which on the original 1DX you only had one AF point.
Excellent. GPS?
Yep, so this little bump on the top here is the GPS transmitter. GPS is becoming really, really important now these days, so we decided to include it within the camera.
Okay, and I believe there's some small physical differences as well.
Yeah, so looking at it, you'd be forgiven for thinking it's the same camera except for the bump on the top there. But there's a few physical differences there. We've made some of the buttons larger. You've also now got a USB 3 card slot on here, as well as a headphone jack as well, which is something that's new on this product.
So there must be some technical difficulties in getting a camera to go this fast.
Yeah, there's a few things we've had to change. One is we've had to completely redesign the mirror box assembly. We're doing away with the springs that are inside there because you can't really control those, so we've used cams to slow down the mirror, and this reduces the mirror blackout time, which means that you can see your subject better when you're shooting at these high frame rates.
Excellent. Now, 4K, it's the big thing, it's what everyone wants to talk about. What challenges were there to get this kind of 4K output?
Well, the real challenge with getting 60 frames a second and getting the camera to run for 29 minutes and 59 seconds is heat. Being able to get rid of this heat. So you'll have to take my word for this because you can't see it, but built into the camera is what they call a heat pipe. I'm essentially calling it an exhaust. And basically what it does is removing heat away from the sensor and dispersing it around the camera, which allows you to shoot for these long lengths of time.
Alright, that's absolutely fantastic. Now, I believe this has the focusing system in the movie mode from the 70D and the 70 Mark II. Dual pixel, I believe.
That's right, dual pixel Cmos AF is its official title, and this is the first time we've ever had it on a full frame camera. It covers 80% of the viewfinder, and what's nice about that is it gives you the ability to pull focus. So you can very, very quickly and easily pull focus as well as track fast moving subjects.
Now, this camera is all about speed. Now, let's see this 14 frames per second in action.
Okay, so I've got this set up on the high-speed motor drive, and
how long will that go for?
That will go for about 170 raw files before it starts to slow down, which is 4 times faster than the original 1DX.
Now, to put that in perspective, what is that? 174 raw files, that's mad.
Roughly, we've worked that out to be the same amount of time that it takes a professional athlete to complete a 100 metres race. So as soon as the gun fires, you can start pressing the shutter, you can track the athlete through the race, and you can still shoot when he crosses the line and get some of the celebration before the camera starts to slow down.
With full autofocus?
That's with autofocus and exposure as well.
So what are the ISO capabilities of this camera?
Well, before expansion, it's 100 to 51,200, and if you set the expansion on, you can go from 50 to 409,600. So that's a stop more than what you had with the original 1DX.
Okay, so it doesn't look that different to the original 1DX.
No, it doesn't. I've got an original 1DX here, and if we look at them next to each other, you'd be forgiven for thinking they're almost exactly the same camera. The big difference you can see is this bump on the top here, which is the GPS transmitter. Now, we've deliberately left the button layout very, very similar, because we feel that photographers don't want to have to relearn a camera when they're switching between them, so they can jump straight onto the Mark II and start using it straight away. But one of the nice differences on the back, if we just turn the cameras round, is that we've added a switch here for the live view and for the movies. Previously, if you wanted to shoot movies on a 1DX, you had to push the live view button and then go into the menu to change it, whereas now you can do it very, very quickly. Some other subtle differences you have here is the multi-controller. We've made it flatter and larger, so it's easier to use with gloved hands. So really the changes that we've made to the physical look of the camera are very, very subtle, and has all come from feedback just to make things quicker and easier to use. Excellent.
And I believe there's also a touchscreen as well.
Yes, so the Mark II is now equipped with a capacitive type touchscreen. It's also 1.6 million dots, so really, really high resolution. And the touchscreen is fantastic for live view, so you can pull focus between your shots.
When and what modes is the touchscreen available?
The touchscreen is only available in live view and for movie shooting. We don't have it for any other functions on the camera.
Okay, so that's great for pull focusing and switching between focus points whilst recording.
That's right, yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you for showing us this today, Dave. If you'd like some more information or to pre-order this camera, you can go onto jessops.com or you can visit us in store. Thanks for watching.